Hello, Palians! The day we have finally been waiting for has arrived. Well, almost. Today we were given a sneak peek at the Elderwoods trailer, and it's official. We have under a month to go until we can finally step into the enchanting world of the Elderwoods. Not only will the Elderwoods be going live on May 13th, but we'll also finally be able to share the Palian world with PlayStation and Xbox players, as Palia is coming to consoles on that day too. So today we're going to take a deep dive into this trailer and pick out everything that is brand new and coming to the game so we can get even more excited for release day. Don't forget to like and also subscribe for more Palia content, but let's get into this. So we're going to go ahead and dive into this trailer. I have linked the trailer below if you want to watch it uninterrupted, because I am going to be pausing things, we're going to be talking about things, and we're going to be going a little bit crazy for all of the new stuff. By all means, leave me your comments, let me know what you're most excited for. Maybe you will spot things that I won't. So here is the trailer. Oh, we have the chapper, and we also have some purple kind of plants here. Oh my gosh, look at that area, it's so gorgeous. And the lights here, all of the mushrooms. So many mushrooms. There are the bouncy ones. They're chopping trees. We have some tree climbing, which is very exciting. Obviously, we already have this kind of gameplay mechanic in the game. We climb up cliffs and mountains, etc. But this looks wild, as this is definitely a tree to me. You have that kind of tree trunk feel to it. There's also a very large branch down there, and this looks really high up. I don't know if this is just me that is feeling that. So whether there's going to be different platforms that you have to kind of go on to take a break and keep going. But where are we going with this? What are we trying to reach at the top here? That has me asking so many questions about this. The kind of style of the tree is very interesting as well. We have seen from the previous snapshots that there was kind of like mossy green on some of the trees, but what is this purple line? This is something that is very interesting. It doesn't look like flow. It is kind of like a fuchsia pink color, so that is kind of the same color but almost not. So I wonder what this is going to be, and it looks like it's actually kind of ingrown in the tree, so I don't know what that is. Maybe it is just the aesthetic, but maybe that has something to do with like the whole Elderwoods. But yeah, this is very cool. I like the idea of being able to climb up the trees. This is something different and something I wasn't expecting. Okay, then we're moving through the different maps. We've got Kilima and Bahari. We've seen these before, but this next shot, ladies and gentlemen, this is where the magic is, quite literally, because this is our first kind of real look at some of the world in Elderwoods. This is a truly great shot because there is so much to dissect here. So the area here does kind of look like a little bit of a community feel to it. You've got these buildings with the roofs on top, and there is also some nature going on as well. So to me, this kind of looks like it could be a potential market area, as they do look like they have things going on under those gazebo areas, and it does look like a little area where people would like congregate, like a main focal point of a map perhaps. And there is some other stuff here as well which I like the look of. We've got these little boxes which are purple, and they've got kind of crates on them, so that does give like the shop vibe as well. I would also love to decorate with them because they've got a really pretty wood design on them. I can also see a fast travel board, which is kind of reassuring, means that we're going to be able to travel to this point, and it also suggests to me more that this is going to be a main feature of the map, because why else would you have a travel board there? As for the actual aesthetic, it looks like there is some form of cave here perhaps. I don't know what it is in the background, but it is definitely giving me kind of a rock formation vibe, and it does almost look like cliffs in the background, unless we're like fully undercover, which might fit with kind of the wisteria-esque purple flowers that are coming from the ceiling. Those are gorgeous. I absolutely love those. The detail on them looks really pretty. There is also purple glowy lights here, which at first glance I was like, are these just plants? But on further inspection, I actually think that they are lights, like street lights, because the light itself seems to be attached onto a pole, and then it does have this binding around it as well. These are gorgeous, and I love the glow from them. They're very different to what we've seen before, so that is very exciting as well. If you look closely, you will also see that Sabura is out in the world here. There are some other characters here, but we've all seen them before. But Sabura is important because she is no longer being held captive in the inn. She wasn't really being held captive, but the fact that she is out in the world, maybe that suggests that she is going to play a part in some of the kind of quests here. Maybe there'll be some storylines with her as a main feature. Either way, it's really nice to see that she is finally experiencing some fresh air. Then we cut into the next scene, and this is where we get the first look at this creature, and I do believe that this is the creature that we saw teased in a blog post a while back. Just the whole appearance of it and the eyes and things, it does look very, very similar to that one. This creature, I'm not gonna lie, it looks a little bit scary to me. There's just something about it which makes me feel uneasy. It does look like a form of amphibian with the webbed feet, and if you compare this to the Palian characters in the background, it is pretty big. It looks pretty large. I don't know whether that just scale is off. I was expecting that creature to be like small and cute. It's not. But I do think this is very interesting. I like the color choice they've gone for here. It's much more vibrant than what we've seen with the other creatures in the world before. You know, the Cernyx, the Chappas, they're all pretty like monotone, like muted neutral colors, whereas this one is just straight up bright, which I think that's going to be very fitting for the Elderwoods. As the creature moves out of the way, it looks like the Palians are fishing over here in shallow water. So this area kind of does give me like a swampy feeling to it. There's like lots of shallow water. There's also some foliage. You've got some nice leaves here. And this we haven't really seen before. These leaves look very different over here. And in the background, there is also the giant purple flower, which is pretty cool. As for the people fishing, I could be mistaken, but this does look like a brand new fish. I don't remember seeing this one before. It kind of looks a bit like a shark, which is very interesting to be fishing that up in a swamp. But either way, it would be cool if we did have more fish like this. So then the video seems to flip back to our plots, and we kind of seen all this before until, whoa, what is this? Oh my gosh, decorators are going to be so happy about this. This is so different to anything we have seen before. This is brand new furniture, and this is going to be beautiful. I was expecting some new furniture, but this is not what I was expecting. First off, there is purple glowing lights. They are beautiful. They look just like flowers, and I love that there's kind of wall ones, and there's also appears to be one from the ceiling as well, so it's nice to have like a little bit of variety. There is also this little plant pot here in the corner, which is very cute. I'm loving this. It's kind of got like that irisy kind of feel to it. Very, very cool, and it also has that glow as well. There is another plant pot in the back left hand corner as well, which kind of looks like a mushroom. Something in the right as well, that is very interesting as well. But the furniture itself, it looks like a good amount of kind of furniture pieces within this set. So there is a sideboard, there's chairs, there's a table, there looks like a wardrobe and some sort of bookcase as well, which is very exciting. Honestly, I love the way that it looks. It looks kind of like it's made of wood, but also not at the same time, which is interesting. It seems to have some gilded pieces as well. There is also some kitchen items too, such as this sink, which is always appreciated. Love more sinks in the game. There is also a shelf and another interesting planter as well. We get a closer look at whatever this is. This shot also gives you a closer view at the pattern. It appears to have purple, and then there is this wonderful teal color running throughout it, which is so different to what we've seen before. It's really nice that they've mixed up the different kind of elements and styles that we have in the game. Then we head outside, and oh my gosh, what is this foliage? This is wild. This is so different from anything that we have seen before, and these flowers are giant. I say flowers, they could maybe be trees. I think maybe given that they have like a trunk-like feature to them, they probably will be trees. Maybe some form of vine. Maybe there'll be some sort of new wood from them. Who knows? Because these are not your normal trees. Definitely not. There's also some sort of flower structure here on the left-hand side. I don't know if that is kind of like a take on the light that we saw earlier. Maybe it's a little bit different to that. There also looks like there's some rocks as well. I don't know if that is exactly new, maybe terraforming stuff, perhaps. They do look a little bit different, or whether they were just left there before, maybe. I think I've possibly seen my new favorite item as well. Can you see this like lovely archway with the flowers on top and the purpley foliage as well? That's stunning, with the nice kind of wood pillars as well. That looks amazing. There is also some other furniture items here. There appears to be a hammock with two logs here, And there is also something in the middle, which makes me think that it does look to be a hammock of some kind. I have no clue what this greeny kind of floor is either. That looks very interesting. Whether that's a new path, perhaps, that would be cool. And there is also an armchair back there as well, which you hadn't seen before inside. Oh my gosh, there is so much furniture. I'm very, very excited for all of this. Then we have plushies galore. I am looking at this and I think I can see some new ones. This one on the left is the one that I'm not sure if it's new, but it appears to have a blue face, and I'm pretty sure I haven't seen one like that before. There are these pink and purple mushroom guys. These are definitely new. We have not seen this before. They look kind of evil. I'm not gonna lie, just a little bit evil. There is also an interesting thing on the table here. I'm not 100% sure what this is, where that has come from. That definitely looks new to me. There is also a green creature over here, and this looks like to be the plush version of the creature that we saw before, perhaps. There is also something that is a little bit sus about this fungi plush. Is it me, or is he a different color? Like, I feel like he's a different color to the original one. So maybe we're going to see plush recolors as well. And there is also a black and blue guy up in the corner here as well, which looks like a recolor of a different one that we saw. Or is it a different creature? I can't quite make it out. On the back wall here, there also appears to be some new wall items. And this lamp here is so pretty. This is looking like the mush, the jumpable mush in a kind of wall lamp form, which is pretty cool. Maybe we'll see some more of them later as well. So it looks like it's going to be a given that we will be getting new plushies, which I think everyone loves. We just don't know how we will get our hands on them as of yet. Okay, then we're back outside looking at this another gorgeous plot. There's so much purple here, so much purple. And I think there's more to look at here as well, some new stuff. They look like these purple giant things are definitely trees. I'm just having another look at kind of the trunk. They definitely look like trees to me, which is very intriguing. And whether they will actually grow, we'll just have to wait and see. There is also kind of a gazebo back there. This one looks a little bit bigger than kind of the purpley wisteria one that we currently have that we got with the Spring Fever set, which is very interesting. It also has a curved roof as well, which I like a lot. There is some log trunk things that appear to be surrounding the shipping bin. These are very interesting again, whether these are terraforming pieces or actual furniture pieces, but they do look to have some good detail on them as well. Really like these, and I think they'll be nice for creating kind of like a little woodland feel on your plot. There is also another tree over here on the right hand side, which definitely has mushrooms growing off it. This one to me definitely does feel more of a terraforming piece than like something that grows as well. But again, I love that, and that combined with some of the other elements that we've seen are absolutely going to be beautiful. There is also a new sofa here down at the very front, which you can see, and it looks like there's a new rug here as well. We've not seen these before. I like the cushion that is on the sofa. The rug looks a little bit familiar to something that we have seen before, but it definitely has these sharp edges pointy off it, which do appear to be different. And there is a few more housing kind of pictures as well, but we can't really see much here. I will say though, I do want to just comment on the fact that it does look like there is a lot of items here. There is a lot of items here. So whether that is within the item limit, who knows? And then we kind of go through, this is kind of stuff that we have all seen before, like we know all of this already exists in the game. Then we have Gina, and it says here that it's some sort of discovery of an ancient secret. So we don't know what this is, whether this is kind of the new main storyline that they're going to be going with, which would be very interesting. And then it goes into some sort of temple here. We've got these kind of things that are floating up against the sky. And then, wow, I don't know what this is. There's lots of purple here again. Then we get an overview of all of the characters here. Find your perfect partner, or partners, as you should expect by now. But yeah, there's nothing kind of new or telling here. We know this exists. And then we got another shot of some of the creatures that we saw earlier. So it looks like this is huntable. I'm pretty sure that is the same creature we saw earlier. And yeah, so it looks like it's going to be huntable, which is cool. We see some more of these trees in the background as well, which is nice. This point here where he's kind of stood on the tree is very interesting to me, because it looks like he's stood on some sort of purple platform. I think this is the tree. As you can see, it looks like you've got the trunk here and then there is a purple platform here and they're shooting down. So again, is this another nod to like height? And then if we keep going on, we have new mush guys. So these are interesting as well. They're like popping out of the ground. They look a little bit scary. I don't know if it's the eyebrows. It's probably the eyebrows, but you appear to be able to hunt them. And they can pop out of the ceiling and also the ground, which is very cool. But this whole area as well, we get another look, another glimpse at the Elderwoods. Can you see the giant mushrooms here as well? How beautiful are they? And we also have a little bit of a red glowy feel to it, which is different. Whether this is going to be in a separate area from what we've seen so far. And it does look like the character is walking into a cave, which is a big deal too. So then we are in the garden. Straight away, she is watering these crops, and look at those. I don't know what to describe them as. They're more kind of foliage, tree trunk twisted. Maybe they are vines and they've got those gorgeous flowers on in the background, which is pretty cool. And as you go forward as well, it kind of goes really fast, but you can see that there are some of those purple plants again. There are some different plant pots here and some different foliage as well, so maybe there is going to be new flowers perhaps as well, but there is definitely new crops here. So I think there are 2 new crops that are featured here. Firstly, I think there are pumpkins. I definitely saw some pumpkins growing, and then we have this interesting garden structure as well, which in my limited gardening knowledge, I believe these are what you would grow like peas on, or maybe like there's those flowers as well. What are they called? Sweet peas. You would grow them on like the trellis thing, so maybe that has to do with that. But this is very interesting. I love the garden setup, and also the idea of new kind of crops as well is pretty cool. So then we're back into the world. This is the snapshot that we have already seen. This looks like the gardener. We've got Zeki. Oh, but we have Sabura. Sabura is out again. She is here again. She's out in the world. So definite confirmation that she is not just in the inn. There are frogs. So we have frogs here, which is pretty cool. And whether these are going to be bugs, I feel like they will be bugs because they have the exclamation mark that you get when you alert a bug when you run near them. So maybe that is a nod to them being a bug, but these are pretty cute. Maybe I don't want to catch them. Also interesting that they're different colors as well. Does that mean that they're going to come with different kind of color styles, which is not something that we've seen from creatures really before, but maybe because we've seen that with the other huntable creature, that is going to be more exciting, kind of make the way that we kind of hunt a little bit more different and exciting as well, which is cool. She is also running into another swamp-like area, so whether this is the same sort of area where they were fishing prior, we saw earlier in the trailer, but here you can see there is the giant tree trunk, and it also looks like there's some ruins as well, so it looks like the tree is kind of taking over the ruins that were here before, so it kind of does feel like they've kind of this area maybe was once something, but then it's been kind of left to go back to nature, which is very interesting. So I'm sure there'll be more lore about what this whole area is going to be. But yeah, then we're back to normal. And there we go. Welcome to the Elderwood. Play for free on May 13th, and it will be PlayStation 5 and also Xbox, which is exciting. We officially have a release date, which is under a month away. Oh, it doesn't stop there. Oh, creepy. Okay. New character. We only saw the leg, but that is definitely going to be a new character. But also the window there, that was all very, very kind of creepy. Oh my gosh, I didn't expect that on the end. Just going back to this leg, I do feel it is quite telling. It doesn't appear to be purple. So is this going to be a Majari? Questions. Thoughts in the comments. So that was our trailer deep dive. The website has also been updated, so I'm going to go over there and we're going to have a look and see what has been updated, because I think it might have some more information for us. So as you can see, there is a new dev blog. I'm going to quickly summarize and scroll through here quickly and see if there is anything that is of key importance to us. So as you can see, it goes over the launch date again, May 13th for PlayStation 5, Xbox, and then it kind of goes down here. We have a brand new picture. We haven't seen this one before. This is another kind of snapshot at the Elderwood. Look at those trees and those mushrooms. They are gorgeous. And then it also says, timed with our console debut on May 13th, the Elderwood expansion opens the doors, quite literally in Bahari Bay. So that is a telltale sign of where we're going to be able to enter into it. And then it goes on to say about what to expect. So it's going to be an overgrown forest teeming with magical echo and secrets beneath. And then it also goes on to say about the new creatures that we're going to be getting. So it says the aggressive yet adorable creatures such as the Ogapu and the elusive Shmol. So the Ogapu, I believe, are going to be the reptile creatures, and the Shmol are going to be the mushroom creatures that we saw. And then it also goes on to say a new story quest starring familiar faces including Nayo and Sabura. Another confirmation that she is now out in the open, and there is going to be hidden artifacts that unlock powerful relics, a new equipment system that buffs you and your party, brand new fish, insects, and plushes to personalize your home, hours of exploration, adventure, customization, and more for you and your friends. And then it goes down again. There we have the Ogapu. Yes, definitely still creepy. Then PlayStation 5 players, there's a bit more information about how it will kind of work with your controllers here, and Xbox as well. So that's good if you are planning to play on those platforms. There's some information there for you. And then something else that is very interesting for all players is the fungi plush. I knew there was something suspicious about that plush, but this is a new refer a friend program. So this is going to be giving us little gifts for when you refer your friends. So each friend you refer unlocks a bigger, fully interactive Elderwood fungi plush. 50% plush, 50% trampoline, and 100% awesome. They're very cute. I love the color of them. They're kind of yellowy with like a blue tint, which is very different. So this will work a similar way to what we saw with the chappers. And then if we head over to the Elderwood section, there is now a total Elderwood kind of page, which will give us some more information as well. Again, we have another snapshot at the Elderwood and the logo there. And then if we scroll down, it can discover secrets of an ancient forest. So this is about the Elderwoods, and it says a land filled with magic where an unknown essence has spread. Help Sabura uncover the mystery and stop the catastrophe by discovering new quests, collectibles, creatures, and more. And then it goes on to say unearth artifacts, find hidden artifacts deep in the Elderwood to unlock relic, a new equipment type unique to the Elderwood. This is very exciting. We did get a snapshot of this, and basically how it's going to work is that you're going to be able to find different pieces, different fragments, and then you'll be able to put them together. It sounds like an amazing way to kind of do the gameplay, and there's different ways to unlock them and find them, which seems really, really fun. And then it goes on to say equip relics to buff you and your party, level up relics, and play with friends to unlock true potential. I really do love this. I think it's going to be so immersive and so much fun. And then scroll down a bit more, and then it goes on about transforming your home, and we've seen a whole bunch of the different stuff that we can do with that as well. So that is pretty much everything we have so far. I'm very excited. I hope this has made you very excited as well. We are going to get a whole bunch of kind of patch notes and things as we get closer, I am sure of it, because there is going to be a lot to learn. So I cannot wait for that. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Elderwood, what we've seen so far. What are you most excited for? Because there is so much coming, and I think this is going to be really what we needed, with lots of game time in this and lots to kind of break through and explore, which is very exciting. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.